Imagine standing at the edge of a still lake, where the water mirrors the fiery hues of the sunset. Gentle ripples sway beneath the lightest breeze, carrying with them a quiet that feels almost sacred. In this moment, you breathe deeply, fully present, unburdened by the worries of life. It seems idyllic, doesn't it? But let me ask you, when was the last time you truly experienced such calm in your own life? Not just fleeting moments of distraction, but a calm that stays, grounding you in peace. For many of us, life feels like a whirlwind, a constant stream of obligations, worries, and expectations pulling us in every direction. We're juggling roles, responsibilities, and to-do lists, often sacrificing our inner peace for the sake of productivity. But what if I told you that reclaiming a sense of serenity isn't as out of reach as it seems? What if I said that calmness isn't about running away from life's challenges but learning to be present with them, moment by moment? Welcome to this journey we're about to embark on together. In this video, we'll explore the transformative power of mindfulness, gentle, simple practices that you can embrace in your daily life. These aren't lofty or abstract concepts. Instead, they're small, practical steps inspired by timeless wisdom. You don't need to be an expert or carve out hours of your day. All you need is the willingness to pause, breathe, and be. We'll start by understanding the beauty of being present, then explore how letting go of mental clutter can free our hearts and minds. We'll guide you through breathing techniques that act as anchors in moments of chaos and show you how joy can be rediscovered in life's simplest moments. Finally, we'll share daily rituals to cultivate a life filled with mindfulness and tranquility. So stay with us. Together, we'll take meaningful steps to rediscover calm and joy. Your journey toward peace begins here, with just one mindful breath. Let's get started. Part 1. The beauty of being present, mindfulness in everyday life. Picture this: it's early morning, and you're holding a steaming cup of coffee in your hands. The aroma wafts gently, filling the room with its comforting scent, and the warmth of the mug seeps into your fingers. It's a quiet moment, yet your mind refuses to be still. Thoughts about unfinished emails, groceries to pick up, and errands waiting to be checked off crowd your mental space, leaving you detached from the very moment you're living. Now imagine something different. What if, instead of letting your thoughts scatter, you paused? What if you focused solely on the sensations, the temperature of the coffee, the rich layers of its flavor, or the way each sip seems to comfort your soul? This simple act of refocusing, of pulling yourself back into the here and now, is mindfulness in everyday life. Mindfulness doesn't demand elaborate rituals or profound meditative states. It's found in the smallest moments, ones we often overlook. Take a walk on a breezy afternoon. Are you rushing from point A to point B, checking your phone for updates as you go? Or are you noticing the crunch of leaves underfoot, the way sunlight filters through the trees, and the symphony of birds calling to one another? It's in those tiny observations that mindfulness transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary. The truth is, modern life moves fast. We're conditioned to prioritize what's next, tomorrow's meeting, the weekend plan, or the endless lists of tasks waiting for our attention. But in the pursuit of all that next, we risk losing sight of the beauty that's happening now. Have you ever felt that the days blur together, the moments slipping away before you've had the chance to savor them? Take eating as another example. How often do we grab a snack, hurriedly munching while scrolling through social media or catching up on emails? Rarely do we pause to consider the texture, taste, or even the miracle of nourishment that food provides. Yet mindfulness invites us to do just that, to eat not only with our mouth but with our awareness, to bring intention and gratitude into acts as simple as chewing. Mindfulness is not just about noticing beauty, though, it's about reclaiming it. It's about rediscovering the joy in the ordinary, which, when viewed with presence, feels anything but ordinary. It's turning the mundane into a celebration of life itself. When you truly engage in the present, life slows down. Time feels richer, your interactions deeper, and your experiences fuller. Pause for a moment and ask yourself, have you ever noticed how much beauty gets lost in the busyness of your day? The act of asking this question itself is an exercise in mindfulness. It nudges you to reflect, to recalibrate your attention toward what's unfolding right here, right now. Imagine applying this simple principle to the everyday grind. You're driving to work during rush hour. Instead of succumbing to frustration or letting your thoughts spiral into negativity, what if you focused on the rhythm of your breath or the music playing softly on the radio? Even mundane commutes can become opportunities for mindfulness when framed differently. Mindfulness doesn't always mean stillness, either. You can bring it into action, a mindful conversation, where you truly listen to the words spoken instead of planning your reply, a mindful workout, where you focus not on calories burned but on the way your body feels as it moves, or even mindful cleaning, where the repetitive motions become grounding rather than monotonous. The beauty of being present isn't just about finding calm, it's about reconnecting, with yourself, with others, and with the world. When you live mindfully, life begins to feel less like something you need to manage and more like something to cherish. The everyday chaos doesn't disappear, but your relationship with it changes. You no longer feel swept away by the current, but instead learn to flow with it, appreciating the beauty and lessons in every ripple. As you sip your morning coffee tomorrow, ask yourself, what details have I been too busy to notice? Let the warmth of the mug in your hand remind you of the gift of stillness, the joy of savoring what's already here. Perhaps, just for a moment, let everything else fade away. Mindfulness starts with that first step, bringing your attention back to now. It's an invitation to experience life fully, even in its simplest moments. And isn't that the beauty of being present? Part 2. Letting go of mental clutter, the journey to emotional freedom. Have you ever carried a grudge for so long that it seemed to grow heavier with time, like a backpack filled with stones? Each stone represents an unresolved hurt, an unmet expectation, or perhaps a moment when you felt betrayed or dismissed. And as those stones accumulate, they drain your energy, cloud your thoughts, and weigh down your spirit. Now, picture yourself finally setting down that backpack, how light, free, and unburdened you'd feel. That's the power of letting go. The idea of letting go is often misunderstood. It isn't about forgetting or pretending a wound never existed. Instead, it's about choosing freedom over pain, acceptance over resentment. The process begins with mindfulness, bringing awareness to the burdens you carry and asking yourself a simple yet profound question: do I still need to carry this weight? Many of us hold on to worries, anger, or sadness, believing they serve some purpose. Maybe you tell yourself, if I let go, I'll lose control. Or perhaps you think holding on to the pain protects you from getting hurt again. But consider this wisdom from the Buddha: holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to suffer. Anger, resentment, and endless worry don't hurt the world around us, they hurt us. They create barriers between us and joy, between us and peace. Letting go doesn't happen overnight. It's not as simple as flipping a switch and releasing all your worries in one go. Instead, it's a gradual, deliberate practice that invites you to approach your emotions with kindness. Imagine a tangled ball of yarn, tightly wound and knotted. Each knot represents a worry, a grudge, or an unresolved feeling. As you let go, you gently unravel the yarn, one knot at a time, rather than trying to force it apart. There's beauty in starting small. Maybe today, you let go of a minor frustration. someone cutting you off in traffic, or a delay at the grocery store. These little moments teach us that not everything needs to linger in our minds. From there, you can build up to letting go of bigger challenges, like past mistakes or fears about the future. Each act of release makes the next one easier, creating a momentum of emotional freedom. Have you ever wondered what it might feel like to truly set down the emotional weight you carry? Imagine waking up without the heavy haze of regret or tension. Imagine moving through your day with a heart that feels open rather than guarded. Letting go brings clarity, a clearer mind, a calmer spirit, and a greater capacity to embrace life's beauty. Part 3. Breathing to find balance. Imagine yourself standing on the deck of a ship in the middle of a stormy sea. The waves crash around you, threatening to pull you off balance, but you hold steady, gripping the railing tightly. Amid this chaos, your breath becomes an anchor, a steady, reliable force that keeps you grounded when everything else feels out of control. This is the power of mindful breathing. Mindfulness breathing exercises are simple yet transformative. They help us find calm in moments of stress and center ourselves when the world around us feels overwhelming. Your breath is always with you, ready to bring stability and peace, no matter how rough the waters of life become. Take a moment to reflect. Can you recall a time when taking a deep breath helped you through something difficult? Maybe it was during an argument, when emotions ran high and a single breath gave you clarity. Perhaps it was before a big presentation, when your nerves threatened to get the better of you. Or maybe it was in a moment of loss or uncertainty, when a breath reminded you to keep going, one step at a time. The beauty of mindful breathing is its simplicity. You don't need special equipment or hours of practice. All it takes is intention. One popular exercise is the 4-4-4 method. Here's how it works. 1. Close your eyes and take a slow, deep inhale over 4 counts. Feel the air entering your lungs, expanding your chest. 2. Hold your breath for 4 counts, letting the stillness calm your mind. 3. Exhale gently for 4 counts, releasing the tension, stress, and worries that weigh you down. 4. Repeat this cycle several times, letting each breath anchor you further into the present moment. It's remarkable how such a simple act can shift your perspective. By focusing on your breath, you're redirecting your attention away from the external chaos and back to your inner self. You're reminding yourself that even in the stormiest seas, you hold the power to stay centered. Breathing exercises can be practiced anywhere, at your desk, in your car, or even as you lie awake at night, wrestling with thoughts that refuse to rest. The next time you're caught in a whirlwind of emotions or tasks, pause for a moment and breathe. Let each inhale fill you with calm, and each exhale empty your mind of tension. Mindful breathing isn't just a tool for managing stress, it's a way to connect deeply with yourself. When we breathe with intention, we become more aware of our bodies, our thoughts, and the present moment. We create space to let go of worries and embrace clarity. Here's another exercise to explore. Try counting your breaths backward from 10. Start with a deep inhale, silently saying 10, and then exhale 9. Continue counting with each breath until you reach 0. This technique not only encourages deeper breathing but also gently quiets the mind by giving it something simple and rhythmic to focus on. Imagine bringing mindful breathing into everyday routines. As you drink your morning coffee, take a moment to inhale the aroma deeply, exhale the tension from the day ahead, and ground yourself in the moment. As you sit in traffic, let your breath remind you that you're not in control of the external situation, but you can control how you respond to it. Mindfulness breathing is like planting seeds of calm within yourself, small moments that blossom into lasting peace. And as you breathe mindfully, you might notice other changes. Your heart rate slows, your thoughts become clearer, and you feel more resilient in the face of life's challenges. So, take a deep breath and ask yourself, what storms in your life could be weathered with the simple act of mindful breathing? The answer might surprise you. Often, we search for complex solutions to stress and discomfort, yet the key to balance is already within us, waiting to be unlocked by our breath. Part 4. Rediscovering joy in simplicity, mindfulness and happiness. There's a certain magic in life's simplest moments, the kind of magic that doesn't require grand vacations, luxurious gifts, or extraordinary events to awaken. A dear friend once confided in me that her happiest memories weren't from extravagant cruises or lavish celebrations, but from quiet afternoons spent tending to her garden. In the solitude of planting seeds and watching flowers bloom, she found profound joy. And why? Because mindfulness has a way of amplifying the beauty in ordinary pleasures, allowing us to see the richness they hold. Mindfulness invites us to slow down, to breathe deeply, and to appreciate what's already present. It shifts our perspective from seeking happiness in the extraordinary to discovering it in the ordinary. When we are fully present, even the simplest activity, a gentle breeze, the taste of freshly brewed tea, or the sound of laughter, can bring us joy. Let's pause for a moment. What's one simple activity that makes you feel completely at peace? Perhaps it's watering your plants, walking through a quiet park, or savoring your first sip of coffee in the morning. Each of these acts, when done mindfully, becomes an opportunity to reconnect with yourself and with the world around you. A beautiful teaching from Buddhist philosophy encapsulates this idea: when you realize nothing is lacking, the whole world belongs to you. In other words, true happiness isn't found in accumulation or ambition, it's found in acceptance, gratitude, and the ability to see the beauty in what you already have. Mindfulness opens that door, helping us let go of the need to chase more and simply embrace what is. Imagine a child on a summer afternoon, chasing butterflies in the backyard. There's no sense of urgency, no worry about time, they are utterly absorbed in the joy of the moment. As adults, life's responsibilities often pull us away from this kind of pure engagement. Yet mindfulness gives us a chance to reclaim it, to pause and rediscover the quiet joy hidden in the simplest acts. For my friend, gardening became her mindfulness ritual. As she knelt on the soil, her hands gently placing seedlings into the earth, she focused on the texture of the dirt, the warmth of the sun on her skin, and the anticipation of growth. In those moments, there were no distractions, just peace, clarity, and happiness. But mindfulness doesn't have to be confined to gardens. It can infuse itself into the folds of any activity, transforming it into a source of joy. For example, cooking can become an act of mindfulness. Imagine chopping vegetables not as a chore, but as a rhythmic and grounding experience, the sound of the knife on the cutting board, the vibrant colors of the produce, the aroma of fresh herbs. Each step, when approached with presence, feels less like a task and more like an art form. Even cleaning can hold mindfulness. Think of folding laundry, not as something mundane, but as an act of care, the softness of the fabric in your hands, the precision of each fold, the satisfaction of creating order. When done mindfully, even the smallest acts can connect you to a sense of fulfillment and tranquility. Nature often lends itself beautifully to mindfulness. Sitting by a lake and watching ripples on the water, walking through a forest and feeling the crunch of leaves underfoot, or simply gazing at the stars can bring immense joy when experienced with awareness. These moments remind us that happiness isn't complicated. It's simple, quiet, and within reach. The practice of mindfulness doesn't demand perfection. It doesn't ask us to suppress our worries or ignore life's difficulties. Instead, it invites us to coexist with them, to embrace both the struggles and the blessings of the present moment. It reminds us that joy isn't the absence of challenges, but the ability to find light amidst them. Sometimes, rediscovering joy means shifting our mindset. Instead of thinking, "I don't have enough," we can think, "I am enough, and I have enough." Instead of saying, "I'll be happy when," we can say, "I am happy now." These small shifts in thought, when practiced mindfully, can transform how we experience the world. So, take a moment to reflect. What's one simple activity that makes you feel completely at peace? Whether it's gardening, walking, cooking, or watching the sunset, lean into it. Let mindfulness guide you to focus fully on the sensations, the details, and the quiet joy it brings. In the end, the rediscovery of happiness lies not in adding more to life, but in peeling back layers to reveal what was already there. The simplest pleasures often hold the deepest joys, if only we take the time to notice them. And isn't that mindfulness in its purest form? Living each moment with intention, gratitude, and open-hearted presence. Through mindfulness, we don't just rediscover joy, we rediscover ourselves. We learn to see the beauty in simplicity, the abundance in what we already have, and the peace within each passing moment. So the next time you sip your coffee, tend to your plants, or take a walk, pause and let that joy flow back into your heart. It's been waiting for you all along. Part 5. Daily Mindfulness Rituals, Transform Your Perspective. Life often feels like an endless rush, jumping from one task to the next, juggling responsibilities, and trying to keep up with everything. But what if you could slow down for just a few minutes each day? Mindfulness is not about stopping the hustle entirely but about finding moments of calm and clarity amidst it all. With simple daily mindfulness rituals, you can transform the way you approach life, one small habit at a time. Imagine starting your day with intention rather than stress. Instead of waking up and immediately checking your phone or racing through your morning routine, you take a mindful pause. Maybe you sit by your window, feel the warmth of the sun on your skin, and focus on your breathing for a few moments. This simple ritual sets a tone of calm for the day ahead, grounding you before the chaos begins. One of the easiest mindfulness practices to adopt is a gratitude journal. At the end of each day, take a few minutes to jot down 3 things you're grateful for, big or small. Maybe it's a conversation with a loved one, the comforting taste of your favorite meal, or simply the fact that you made it through the day. The act of reflecting on gratitude rewires your perspective, helping you focus on the positive rather than the challenges. How might your day change if you began and ended it with moments of gratitude instead of stress? Mindful walks are another powerful way to bring mindfulness into your routine. Instead of rushing to get from point A to point B, take a slower, intentional walk. Feel the ground beneath your feet, notice the rustling of leaves in the wind, and pay attention to your surroundings. Walking mindfully doesn't just calm your mind, it also reconnects you with the beauty of the world around you. Even meals can be transformed into mindfulness rituals. How often do we eat while distracted by screens or rushing through our meals without even tasting them? Try savoring every bite instead. Notice the textures, flavors, and aromas of your food. Eating mindfully is not just healthier for your body, it's also a way to enjoy life's simple pleasures. Imagine the difference it could make if every meal became an experience instead of a routine chore. For many, mindfulness rituals are most helpful in moments of stress. Let's say you're at work and feeling overwhelmed by deadlines. Instead of letting stress take over, you could pause and practice mindful breathing. Close your eyes, take a deep inhale, hold it for a few seconds, and slowly exhale. This brief reset helps you regain focus and approach challenges with a clear mind. Mindfulness isn't about perfection, it's about presence. It doesn't demand hours of your time or major changes to your lifestyle. It's found in the small, intentional moments that bring you back to the here and now. Whether it's journaling, walking, eating, or simply breathing, these practices are invitations to step out of the chaos and into clarity. So, ask yourself, how might your day change if you began it with mindfulness instead of stress? Perhaps you'd feel more grounded, more patient, and more connected to yourself and to the world around you. Daily mindfulness rituals aren't just habits, they're lifelines that keep us steady in the ebb and flow of life. Start small, stay consistent, and let these rituals gently transform your perspective. After all, mindfulness begins with just one mindful moment, and from there, it grows into a more peaceful, fulfilling way of life. Conclusion. In the midst of life's chaos, finding calm doesn't mean running away or escaping, it means learning to embrace the present moment with open arms. There's a quiet magic in simply being here, now, as you are, surrounded by life's imperfections and beauty. Each moment is an opportunity to pause, breathe, and reconnect with the peace that's already within you. So before we part ways, I want to ask you, what's the first mindful step you'll take today? Will it be a deep breath to ground yourself? A moment of gratitude for something small but meaningful? Or perhaps just the simple act of noticing what's around you, the colors, sounds, or sensations you might have overlooked? As you reflect on this, know that your journey toward mindfulness and peace is a gift, not just to yourself, but to everyone around you. It's in these mindful moments that we rediscover the richness of life and the happiness that resides in simplicity. If you found value in today's video, I would love for us to stay connected. Your support means the world to me and is what keeps this channel growing and reaching more people who may need a little peace in their day. So, if this message resonated with you, please consider clicking like to let me know it touched your heart. Share this video with someone who might find comfort in its message, perhaps a friend, family member, or colleague seeking calm amidst the storm. Your shares help spread this spark of mindfulness to others who might need it most. And if you'd like to be part of this journey of cultivating peace and positivity together, hit subscribe to join our Life Lessons community. Every comment you leave inspires deeper conversations, and I truly appreciate hearing your thoughts, whether it's about your own mindful practices or how this video made you feel. Thank you for being here and for taking these small steps toward a more mindful life. I'm deeply grateful for your presence, and I can't wait to continue exploring these moments of calm and connection with you. Until next time, breathe deeply, live fully, and embrace the beauty in every day. With gratitude and warmth. Life Lessons.